Good. Oh man, I woke up so late. I woke up so late, man. I'm gonna tell you what I did last night. Just kidding. I was just out cruising. I was out cruising on the EXN with those Merlin fish plates. Man, they are good. Thank you again, Francisco. They're awesome. So now I have this godly config. I have this God mode config with the Clark pads, the Clark bumpers, and the Merlin fish plates, pedal plates. Man, got me locked in so good, so good. I noticed when riding with pure spike pedals that I really do move my feet around a lot in small ways when turning. I get my heel out, I want my toe in, I want my knee in, I want my knee out, so I do small shifting. And it's going to take me a while to get used to it on the spikes, right? But as the evening progressed, I was actually moving my feet and just sort of like maybe planning ahead a tiny bit. I'm going to move my feet here in about 5 seconds. But for you people who are poor asses like me, you can 3D print these, put some screws in them. So my friend 3D printed these for me, and he gave me some screws. The screws are a bit long, but I got to borrow a saw from another friend, so I'm just going to saw them off now, and then just file them a tiny bit. This is what us poor people do, because our time is worthless anyway. But man, yeah, this grip tape is in there, huh? This grip tape is in there. It's in there. Like I can't really grab it. I'll go from the front instead. So far I only had spikes on the front of these pedals, on the first front half, but I may consider doing the whole thing. Why not? I mean, it was doable. I was doing 180s the other day and some jumps with Tobias, which was at the end of my last clip, and yeah, something about the config when I was doing high 180s and landing on reverse, my feet slipped towards the back of the pedal. Not a good position. Ow. Burn my thumb. Oh, there's always one little piece there. Always one little piece. 10 hours of pedal removal. This is the MSX plate size, and these are the big ones, right? So these are the top plates that I removed from the EXN because I put the fishy. They're not a million times bigger. Okay, relax. They're not a million times bigger. They're a little bit bigger. But there are other things that matter more. Like not sliding off them. I think I'll go to these today. So I'll take these off. Daniel let me borrow his heat gun also, so I'm going to do some banging on the 16X and see if I can remove the pedal on that so that I can open it and see why it's ticking. Ticking like crazy. It was snowing the day before yesterday. Amazing. Amazing. Got my paycheck yesterday. Did my calculations from the month to see how much I spent, you know, so pretty much broke even. I bought 2 selfie sticks. I had a dentist appointment. That was like $60. Bought some new pillows and stuff. Some new cushions for the sofa. So that was like $80 or something. Pillows, man, pillows. And yeah, maybe went plus like a couple of $100, but I'm not dipping into my savings, which is good, because that means that I can work 4 hours a day. Well, I'm supposed to work 4 hours a day. I'm an idiot and I get overstimulated, so then I start looking at other things and I start looking at Lazyrolling, Shopify, and what kind of improvements can be done, because I'm a fiddler and I like to fiddle and I like to improve things. So I have a bit of trouble containing myself. But, you know, instead of just working with support and saying, "Hi, dear," then I can work with other stuff. Like Zendesk and Shopify and integrations and plugins and improvements and a pre-order system and stuff like that. And then it's a bit more rewarding. And you know, then you have a job and you do your job and the job is fun and it gives you some kind of personal development and technical development and stuff like that. And then, you know, the rest of the day you can just cruise and you can do your stuff, and if you have extra time you can meet friends, you can hang out, you can roll, you can go somewhere and buy some food. You don't have to go buy the most expensive food you can find, you can do it now and then. But you know, when I had a job working in IT management, I made 3 times as much, but then you get taxed to death anyway, so you get like crazy taxed. So I made maybe a little more than half as much after taxes. But in an IT management position where you have employees, you're their boss, you have all the stuff around that, and then you just had like a job where you're working never ending, you know, never ending. There's no 8 hours a day when you work in IT management. Not when a customer's bank system goes offline and their software developer can't fix it. Then you're fixing it at 3 after midnight, together with a couple of other technicians, and just like trying every combo and every trick in the book, you know. So it felt like a lot of life and death. This bumper I just put on with double-sided tape. I'm gonna do it with Velcro. The EXN Clark bumpers, I put those on with Velcro because it's thicker, you know, and it will go, it will just like be, it's too much of a thin layer here. So if this does take a knock the wrong way, it will probably fly off, but at least it will take the initial impact and then fly off. But yeah, Velcro man. Velcro or foam double-sided tape. So I'm gonna see about getting this pedal plate off and then screwing a bit. Plate 2. So this, I had chopped this down before. I got a knife and just sliced them down because I just wanted to have an entire level of grip tape on them. But now they're going to be here, and I'm going to get the front part. And then I'm going to get this this, and this. But since they're sticking up, I'm gonna have to screw them down a bit more, right? So I'm just gonna screw them in a bit more here. Screw them in deeper with a better screwdriver. This one will do nicely. So I'm not gonna screw them all the way in, because that way if I saw them down a bit too much, then I can always have some extra screw. But I am going to just stick to the front on this and have use the T-pads a bit more, because they have a bit of a heel lock, and then I can still do my other stupid tricks and not have too much agility loss. Because I just love doing these fast spins on the MSX. I want to be like Irina. My ice skating tricks, man. So it's not terrible. It's not terrible. I'm gonna put grip tape on and then just see if it makes a difference. I guess for the rear part, it will make a difference. For the front part, it won't make too much of a difference because you'll be on the spikes all the time. And on the pedal where I already installed these spikes a couple of weeks ago, I started like wearing out the front edge of the grip tape because I sort of like put it on wrong, so there was like maybe a millimeter of overhang. And then you're like grabbing it with your foot and peeling it back. Life, man, life. In the long run, I would say that this is a cheaper solution. Because this grip tape wankabout, it's just a hassle. I see my friends riding around. Frederick was on his RS yesterday, worn out grip tape. I'm like, yeah. I do the same. I can't be bothered. I just can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. I don't want any trouble. I don't want any trouble, man. I don't want any hassle. And now what? Am I going to turn this upside down? I put them on the back. Look at that. Flippy doody. Flippy doody. Ain't life swell. Well, at least the tape works. Doctor. 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 Oh man, that tape got in there. Hold on, let's see. I'm just going from bad to worse here. This is the top of the pedal. This is why I work with computers. Don't let me near any physical things, man. Like a retarded fiddler. At this rate, he's only going to get fiddlier and fiddlier. Man. If I would screw this up again, I'd just shoot myself. That's a quick and easy solution. Sometimes some of them will just hit like on the cross of plastic here, and then you have to screw it all the way in. So yeah, I will do that. So screw some of them a bit further in. Screw you. Sun's out. Sun's out. Bike park. That's the thing. I need to start practicing at the bike park. Did you see Adam on his S18? He's gonna kill himself on that bike park, man, on the S18. Because it's like you gotta go fast to hit the jumps. The S18 is great on those jumps, except you can't jump. Because when you jump and you try to preload it, it will steal your energy into the preload. That's why my mountain bike has a remote pop lock. So you can turn the damn thing off so it doesn't steal your energy. You gotta turn the damn suspension off. It's hilarious. So he can't, the landings are great, you know, the landings are just awesome from the jumps that you're not doing. And where you can barely get enough speed to make them because you're gonna overpower the wheel. It's like so ironic, like the EXN being fast as hell and having no suspension, and the EX being slower and having suspension. Could I please have the suspension at the high speed, at 70 kilometers an hour? Because that's where I'm gonna die. Not beeping at 60. I think my anus is somewhat pleased. This is fine. This is fine. This front part has always stuck out a tiny bit. Did the screw just jump? Yeah. The screw just jumped. Screw you. So this screw is doing nothing. Who needs you anyway? Who needs you, man? Oh, look at that. Okay, I do want that screw to do something though. Maybe I broke the thread in the bottom. Oh yeah, of course I did, since I started banging it. Is it going to be a clicky pedal? Yeah. So that's a bit off center. I will prioritize the middle. And that's one. Gets really sharp here. Of course, you can always just get proper size screws. But not everything has to be an expensive ordeal. Sometimes we can just spend the extra time. Not like these are free, but you know, there we go. People messaging me. Leave me alone, man. Leave me alone. Gotta do things. Doing things. That does a lot. Just doing that does a lot. It's saw through my thumb now. Fiddly. Fiddly duty. Okay. They go in here. Or where? No, here. Gotta catch them all. Don't want any runaways. Maybe they'll find their way in this hole and then up and hit some motherboard component. Life will be good. Life will be good, man. Like a glove. So I'm 47. I got reading glasses a couple of years back, which I don't use, but I'm noticing that in the dark, man, it's just impossible for me to read text. Man, what happened? What happened, man? Just yesterday I was riding a bicycle around in Toronto to the Silver Snail to go and get comics. Wonder what it would be like to ride from Lawrence Avenue to the silver snail. I'm gonna measure it in Google Maps in kilometers about this huge voyage that I was taking back then. Huge! Let's destroy all my scissors. I saw Chooch's video when he did this. It was like, no fucks given. It's like, it covers the pedal. Covers the pedal main. Slapped it right on there. Empty hole, take me home. It's like this overhang at the front is what can get you. So you got a ghetto push through the spikes. Look at that, you've got standard grip paper on the spikes. It's amazing. It's amazing, man. Amazing. Yeah. Making money. Making money. Not making time, but making money. Time to get dressed and roll. We outie. I added some padding on these so I don't get raked. Too far front, see you in hell. We'll try that then. I should put something here as well. Padding. Look at this, man. Not all configs are created equally, huh? Look at this. Clark bumperoo. Clark pad. Merlin fish pedal plates. Oh, hello. Where'd your curls go?
Up in the air.
Up in the air, all up in here. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in there. Y'all gonna make me act a fool. Up in here. Up in there. It's me, Mario. Meridian. Mario, idiot. Meridian. Petra, retard. Petard. Petard. That's a French word. In Spanish, petardo is a firecracker.
Yes.
Yeah, petardo. You tardo.
Can't help it. I'm sorry.
Can't help being petarded.
Here is Theo's door.
Dr. Theo? Doctor? Come a little closer, man. Can't see you.
Theo.
Tiny pixel.
Door.
Theo, door.
Your handle is in the camera.
My handle is in the camera. Actually, my hand is in the camera. My glove. My glove is in the shot. I glove it. I glove it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
That's you eating
Mike
your...
gloving it.
You, Mike Glovin.
Mike
Mike
gloving it.
Glovin.
Ha 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 ha. Theo, let's go. Dag,
Doctor?
Dago,
Doctor?
Mr. Small.
I'm gonna do some stupid fooling around on this wheel then. What are you gonna do?
I'm fooling on the computer.
On the computer? Not mind fooling. Yeah. Yeah.
Building some crafting.
Building. Yeah, mining and crafting, possibly. Possibly a bit of mining, and after that, possibly some crafting maybe occurring as well.
I also usually say that I will mind my own
Exactly.
business or crafting.
She's just gonna mind her own business. That's what she's gonna do. So I don't have these pedals on super tight because I like getting out of the wheel as well. The spike hook is working good. It's like really good grip tape, but permanent. And I didn't put it on the heels, so just on the toes. And that's good. For this wheel it's good. Does not compare to the Merlanda fish pedal plates, as they're called. Yeah. There's a lot of things you can do with your wheel. Just to see when this MSX breaks, man, the whole motor assembly is looking like it's moving to the left. Whew, whew. One day, man, one day. One day. Look at this land of nothing here. There's nothing to be done here. I'll start with these small ones here. Just jump. Okay, man. Jump. Just jump it. Bring the wheel up. Try to keep it level. I was doing some spines yesterday. The wheel was hitting the beeps in the air. And I wasn't getting much air, man. So people that are really getting a lot of air, that's woohoo. That's scary, man. So what's the bonking? What's the sidewalk curb technique? Preload, hit the sidewalk from the front, use the bounce to get up, right? You want the tire to compress. When it expands, bring it up with you. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Right? I'm not strict at jumping it. I'm hitting it from the front. Now this one is angled, right? So you can practice on angled curbs. There are some angled curbs. You don't have to go and get the sharpest ones you can find and slice your wrists on them. We're not emo riding. Hit it from the front, right? Let's look at this. What's going on? What's going on? let it compress in the front. A sharper one, you're going to make a ramp with the edge of the stairs. And you're going to use the edge of the stairs that's going to compress into the tire. And that's nasty. That's nasty. This. So just as the tire starts getting in, you offload it up. Energy's got to go somewhere. It'll go where you yield with your body. You know, the energy is just looking for an escape route. Of course, it'll try to go backwards. It'll try to go in the direction that it came from. But it's not really coming from the front. It's coming like sort of diagonally down, right? So just offload the wheel and convert it to up. Slingshot. Slingshot. Run into it and see where the energy goes. You don't have to be as brutal as I am. I'm riding at 28 psi. For my weight, that's high, but it's not high for tricking or for curbs. And a funny thing, as you guys saw in my other video the other day when I was riding the EXN and bouncing all over the damn place, that's because you can reach a certain tire pressure for the rubber. Or rubber. Are tires even made of rubber anymore? For the compound that makes the tire, and you can reach a certain psi that it will just be like extra bouncy. If you go higher, it won't be as bouncy. If you go lower, it will be more squishy. But you can actually go higher and you won't get this skipping stone effect that I was getting. I mean, come on, I hit some of those bumps riding out that Grand Dal around the streetcars there, and doink to doink to doink to doink, you know, you hit a bump and then you have like 3 aftershock bumps. Come on, man. Come on. Now I put the spiked pedals on though, and I'm stuck in there, but still, it's not a pogo stick, man. It's a damn wheel. Let's try a high one. So it's not terrible, right? It's doable. It requires skill, it requires timing, it requires a certain configuration. It doesn't 100% require these jumping pads, but the jumping pads will just allow you to bring the wheel with you, not fall off the front, and so on. So there was a rock out when I was riding with Tobias the other day. And it was a pretty high rock, you know, a bit of an overwhelming rock. And I'm like, hey, Bonk can get up this rock. And this was after he'd done the spine and some high climbs at the skate park. He's just like, no, I can't. He's just like, no. He just didn't wanna. He's 25. He just didn't wanna, right? Because we get unsure of ourselves. We have to be careful when we're doing stuff, you know, and it's like, okay, I want to learn this, I want to learn that, I want to learn this, I want to learn that. Don't go thinking like everything is just doable and that you're not going to hurt yourself. Don't assume that you're going to hurt yourself. But I mean, don't do things just because someone else does them. Do things if you want to do them, like if you want to learn them, right? If you want to learn them, go ahead, man. It's fun. It's fun. But don't force yourself to do some of like the more difficult stuff. Do something small. Do something small, work your way up. Do something small, work your way up. But fear is a killer. Fear has held me back for over a year. I could have been doing a lot more right now than what I'm doing just because fear is holding me back. The fear, you know, the fear of consequences. The fear of smacking my ass somewhere. Just like even on hills and stuff like that. You just get scared. you're gonna go bust your ass on something. So let's look at how this rides a bit on, I was riding this at the skate park yesterday. The config is really nice. The config is great. Soccer game and security guards. And no bicycles here. I'm just like waiting there like, no bicycles! I'm not going to the stupid track, you asses! No bicycles and cars allowed, they're gonna tell me. Oh, but wait, how about it? The angle of the stick was like pointing to the sky. That sky is amazing. It's amazing. Look at this hill, man. Look at this hill. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind? Up in here, up in there. So I would have liked to have my my brakes a bit more so that they're hitting my calves. So I'm gonna have to fiddle around. McFiddler. I'm gonna have to fiddle around with that. But you know, I've been riding the Urban Star quite a lot lately, and I switched to these yesterday after the pedal fiddling that I did the clip about. Oh dear Lord, if I forgot my lighter. Dear Lord, dear Lord. And at the skate park, man, I swear I moved them like 10 times. And in the end I found a config somewhere to put them where I could jump the wheel and the wheel would stay level. I could do the 180s. The 180s. I feel like Mickey Mouse with these ears on. But the 180s, they were fantásticos. Fantásticos. Los mejores 180s de mi vida is what they were. The best 180s of my life. Cigarette went out because I talked too much. This is the black jacket. Just black. No black on black, just black. A rider in England. Santini. You clown, Santini. Was it Santino? Santi, okay? He was riding as Nicola the day before yesterday. Got hit by a car. Cracked the case on his neck. His shoulder got dislocated. The jacket saved him. Jacket saved him. I'm glad his knees are okay as well because he had to return the pants because they were too large for him. Too long. He said he's short. He's 1 centimeter taller than me. You garbage. You garbage, man. So yeah. The configs, man. The configs. The configs are something, huh? To fool around with. The spiked pedals. It's like spiked pedals and side pads and this and that. Just bringing new life to your wheel. And letting you do new things. And then you're thinking, would I be a better rider without the pads? Would you get up this hill without the pads? Would I get up that hill with the pads? Let's find out. Some people like to know the angle of the hill. Here's the angle of the hill, hard. Here's the angle of the hill with the GoPro in my hand, hard. Here's the angle of the hill with a bald 5102 tire, hard. Here's the angle when I fall on my ass climbing up this hill with a cigarette going up my throat, hard. Look at this, crank, crank, ooh, 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 a little burnout, a little burner out there. Oh my God, someone took a shit in here. Look at this, man. Someone took a shit all up in here. I'm going around. I'm going around the shit, man. Oh, there was an easier way up. I feel like an idiot. No, I don't. I feel awesome. Oh, that's a lot of mud. It was snowing yesterday. Ah, stumped. I got stumped. Oh shit, mud on the pedals. Mud on the pedals. Mud on the pedals. Mud on the pedals is the one, man. When you're out doing off-roading and you get mud and shit on your pedals, you will thank the baby Jesus for the spikes. Look at this. Look at this, man. Leaning into that pad there. Leaning it. Leaning it. Leaning it. Navigating carefully. Don't clip them pedals, man. Don't clip them. Don't clip them, man. Oh shit, man. Don't clip them. Don't clip them, man. Pick a wheel. Any wheel. And do this. Do this with your wheel, man. Do this with your 16X. I was riding with Mickey the other day on his EXN. He adjusted down the angle on his EXN and riding these edges at the skate park, and he just fell on his ass, man. Such an angle. Such an angle. Charlie's angles. Charlie ain't gonna help you. Let's take a look at that from another angle. Magic! 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 Look at the size of this root! So I think these pads are finalized now, the final version. Oh, look at that. Snow and hail. Hail, yeah. But yeah, I'm out of coffee. Gotta go buy coffee. Do I gotta go buy coffee? Cheese doodles? I need to work out. I need to hit the gym. I need to hit the gym, man. I'm out riding in late April in the snow. Actually having a good time. Actually. Don't you love it? Actually. And yeah, this tire, man. One day, man. One day I'm gonna hit a hard left Gonna hit a hard left. And that tire is gonna hit the case. Shit's gonna go. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I don't really care. I don't really care. Girls just wanna have fun. And I just wanna have wheels. Fiddly fiddly. Those first ones weren't great. They were not great. It's like the deeper you go, the faster it gets. Funny, 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 funny. God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. How much fun can one man take? A lot, a lot. We outie.